Oh, okay. All right.
I use them.
All right.
Some people don't. Now you can. It's up to
I
you.
don't
I know
think
you
I
got
ever
earrings
used
on,
headphones.
but you're gonna be able to hear yourself too, and you're gonna hear how clear you are.
Oh, okay.
Pull it on up to your mouth. I mean, it's just like something normal black. I mean,
Oh, okay.
oh, too far.
No.
All right.
Okay.
That's what I say on stage. I was like, man, this is the biggest black rod I've ever held. That's what I say on stage.
Oh, how went? Y'all just did one, too?
Oh, I've been doing it for the last 5 weeks.
Oh.
There's 3 more left. Next week.
It's a competition?
Yeah, Tuesday is music is the next subject, and yeah, so it is every Tuesday. The next 3 weeks starts at 8 o'clock. We usually get started around 8:30, but yes, like usually around 7 or 8 comedians, and we're just up there competing in the same. You know, we're all working. We're all trying to, for me, it's like an open mic in the moment with a subject, and it's such a bland subject. You really got to create something unique.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
Give me an example.
so last week, all right. So last week was cell phones. I'm gonna bleep this so I don't get in trouble. But yeah. So we all know the bird. Fuck you, right? So like cell phones will teach you stuff, right? This is a shithead, right? This is hold on, I gotta get it. Let me get it. So I had to use it on stage because I don't know sign language. All I know is that's bitch. Mm-hmm. This is bastard, right? So then, hold on, I gotta find it now because I gotta do shithead. I meant to do shithead, or whatever. What is it? Shithead, shithole. 1 second. Let me learn my sign language real quick. You got whore. Hold on. Yo. Can you hear me? This is Cedric. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, you on the podcast. I'm recording a podcast right now. We're talking about the cell phone subject.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. Now I was just checking if you were going to the show, man. I had you on the list if you wanted to go.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try to knock this podcast out first and then go from there.
Okay.
I'll call you back when I get done with this, if that's all right. What time does it start? 8?
Yeah, it starts at 8. But you know, I'm in North Carolina. Andre's host.
Oh, you want me to be there tonight for the thing? I ain't going to be there at 8.
No, that's cool. I'm scared. I just got you. Yeah, I got you on the list, man.
If I want to go tonight, yeah, I'm gonna try to still pull up. I'm gonna see where the baby is and whatnot when I get done.
All right, that's what's up, man.
All right, bro. I'll keep you posted. I'll call you back afterwards too.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. So anyhow, I didn't do the one I wanted to. I'm not gonna search for it. He called me and messed me all up. But anyhow, just imagine I go, bitch. That said fuck you, bitch, right? And I said, and now y'all, anybody deaf? Ain't nobody deaf, but there was a deaf person here. You know that they be doing in the background. Right? So.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, everybody had a really great set last week. It was a really good episode.
Okay.
So anyhow, yeah.
Okay.
So thank you for coming on. Now look, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing your name right, because I'm gonna call you Q while we talking, if that's okay.
That's fine.
SHAQUNTA.
SHAQUNTA.
Oh, I was right.
You was right.
See, I was SHAQUNTA. I didn't know how to go with it, and I'm like, ooh, SHAQUNTA Calls.
Calles.
Calles. See, I was wrong on the last name.
Yeah.
I can't read. I got.
But
GB.
everybody say that, though. I think because it's the CALL call, and then they just think it, but
Yeah.
it's Calles.
My son, he is now 2. I named him Maven Dante Archer, not Deontay, Dante. So he's got a 2-syllable 3 name.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, he's going to
something
talk
simple.
about you when he get older.
Yeah.
Yep, he's going to, or he might embrace it. He might talk about it.
I hope so.
He might embrace it.
I hope so.
He might, that might be, that we might start calling that him, is it Dante?
Dante.
Dante?
Now Dante is the middle name comes from. There's a story about an angel and a demon that fucked, and then they had 2 kids, right, twins or whatever, and one of them is an angel and one of them is a demon, right, and they grow up, and Dante is actually an angel that's like fighting his demons to become better, and the angel himself is corrupted by all the good and grace that it's actually yin and yang type shit. So like that's where that comes from. But that's like a personal thing that I wanted to add because like I fight demons. I'm not the same person. I want him to have that same I want you to find out who you are and be a better person than I am. Every father wants that.
makes
But
sense.
Maven is a word that a name that's never been used. So I want that
Oh.
uniqueness. It's not they look back. How many words is this baby name? How many years? How many?
You ain't gonna find
I
it.
ain't doing. Well, no, not many. There's not many.
That's
There's not
good.
many.
That's good. It's unique. I ain't ever knew white people be coming up with unique names. I really thought everybody be having like the same names.
Oh, you want to know some bullshit?
What's the?
I'll tell you some bullshit. So I had a girlfriend back in the day. She had got pregnant, and I'm gonna say this. Thank God she lost the baby, but she got a dog on purpose, and come home to the dog named the name I wanted to name the baby, and the name is Quantavious. I want Quantavious. I don't know what I like that name. Not Quan. I don't like it. I want Quantavious.
Quantavious.
I just like how
Just
that.
like how it flow.
Yeah, whether it's a middle name, something Quantavious, but you done gave it to the dog. I can't use it
now.
That's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know, fucked up my whole like. That is the because I don't know if it was Quan. It ain't Quan the rapper, Rich Homie Quan. Somebody along the way growing up, I heard the Quantavious and not Quan, and it just always stuck. I always liked that name, but
Yeah, messed up. Now you can't ever use the name.
no.
Bad memory. Lord.
So it was-
girlfriend, you got to do better, or ex-girlfriend.
Ex gone. She crazy.
She crazy?
She was crazy. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say she's crazy, but she needed some help that I couldn't give.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay. I understand that.
Okay, let me see what this sounds like. Can you hear that? What you think about those vibes?
I like that.
You like that?
I like
All
that.
right. All right, so thank you for coming on. We're going to start this thing off fun. All right, we already been talking shit already. I got to get on loop. All right, so we're going to do Tommy's Taylor Trivia, and we're going to have some fun. I'm going to start by making a beat from scratch. You just kind of heard what it could be. I ain't no professional. None of this is me. This is all just having fun. Let's just get into it.
Okay.
Let's just pick something. No, we can't start with that. We got to go something slower.
Oh, I like that.
Keyboard. Let's see what the bass is. I always say bass instead of bass.
Instead of bass.
I can't read.
Either one.
I can't
Either
read.
one. Either one.
Let's see.
Oh, that was good. That was a good addition.
You gotta give. I think. Let's see. We switch that up. Let's see. I gotta find a good vibe too. I wanna. Okay. I what you think about it just in the background. That's okay with you?
I like that.
All right. All
I
right.
like that. I
All right,
like
all
that.
right. All right. All right, everything's off when I'm supposed to be. Nah, you ain't got to tell me your age, but I've been trying to format how I don't be like, oh, how old are you? What age group are you in? But I think majority of people that come on are either Gen X or millennial. So I'm just pulling from a game I like to play from to do a little trivia. It's just a fun, like break the ice, get to know each other where, I don't know half the shit I done probably read off on these games, but it is something fun and knowledgeable, and I learn something from it every time, all right? And so with that, Tommy's Taylor Trivia. All right. In the late 17 and early, 17. In the late 70s and early 80s, what were Commodore and Tandy?
Commodore and Tandy.
Oh, this is a hard one.
Commodore and Tandy?
Yeah.
Were they cartoon characters?
No, they was computer companies.
Commodore and Tandy.
I got the Commodores up there and records. I thought that's what they was talking about. I thought music the whole time.
Oh, Lord.
All right, let's see. Why did Stevie Wonder use the telephone?
Why did Stevie Wonder? Oh, shoot, I might lose my black card. Why did Stevie Wonder lose the telephone?
I lost
Because he
mine.
can only hear?
Just to say I love you.
Oh, shit. That's good, though. That's good. That's good.
What replaced the 8mm movie cameras to record home movies? I want
To record it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say VHS.
VHS?
I'ma
To
say-
to record it?
Here, I ain't gonna look.
That's
I ain't
to
gonna
play
look.
it.
Read the green. Read the green. What does it say?
What replaced the 8mm movie cameras to record home movies? To record home movies, like a digital camera.
I think it's VHS, not digital. I don't know what 8 millimeter small, right?
Yeah.
So I think that was before. That was like the cassette before. Look at the back. See what it say.
Camcorders.
So
Yeah.
digital. So you was right.
Yeah,
Damn. I thought the same music. I thought was the same. All right. Why was Generation X referred to as the lock key generation?
Oh, because they use their own. I mean, we carried our own keys. Like we lock. I don't know. We was the locked door. We always locked the doors. Like our parents always left us home.
Yeah.
Which one?
Both parents were at work while the kids were at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In the 80s, if something was whack, what did that mean?
It was trash.
Trash.
It wasn't
Bad, stupid, low quality, lousy, lame. Some of these, like, I know, but like you don't know how far it goes.
You don't know, right?
Yeah,
you don't know how deep it might go.
And
like what?
And I am not a history buff. Some of these things I don't know nothing about. That's why I kind of pick which one. So at least I'm in the general knowing of what I'm asking. Because some of them I'll be reading and I'll be like, well, I shouldn't have read this because I don't even know. What saint blew its top in 1980?
What saint?
It's I read this one off before. That's a mountain. What mountain exploded in 1980?
Mount Everett? Mount Vernon? I don't know. You said no. It said exploded.
Yeah, Mount Helens, St. Helens.
I would never know that.
I've never heard a mountain called a saint.
Yep.
Yeah, so
I would
that threw me off. I should have had that one out anyway.
And I probably was wrong with Mount Vernon and Mount Everett. Them probably no child.
What long-running cartoon first premiered on the Tracy Ullman show in 1987?
I was born in 1987, so I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Damn. The Simpsons. I
wouldn't have known that.
I wouldn't have known that.
I knew I was watching The Simpsons when I was growing up.
And that's crazy. That place is still around.
Yes, it
do you
is.
believe in the Simpson conspiracy?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do.
I believe the people who started it was already ahead of us, and they kind of wrote history into, like, they in this power playbook, so they kind of know what's going on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
why they was able to predict it, because they planned it how they wanted it to go. Mm-hmm.
All right, let me do another easy one right here. Which Latin singer liked to be living la vida loca?
Living la vida loca. I have no clue.
Oh, Ricky Martin.
I don't know why. That should have been easy. That should have been the first one. Well, dang.
Do you know,
I was thinking, well, Selena ain't. Well, yeah,
I think it's been used. I don't know. I know my mama loved Ricky Martin. That's one reason I know it. She loved that damn song. Do you know the show Friends? Friends? So this is a Friends reference. According to Phoebe from Friends, what animal referred to the person with whom someone was meant to be with forever? I have no idea.
I have no clue.
All right, me neither. Let's see what it is. A lobster. I don't know. For your fans, y'all
tell us if that was good.
That wasn't good, but they can have it. Because they really know, the Friends people that are into that shit. They
really gonna have to tell us what's the correlation to it though. A lobster is what keeps people together forever.
I don't know. I don't even remember. I remember Friends. I've watched it. I've had to watch the Gilmore Girls. I've had to watch certain shows with girls. I don't know. I don't remember shit from it. Other than a coffee shop scenario, that's it, you know? That's like Home Improvement. I forget how much goes on at the house. I thought it was all about the carpentry shop that he worked in, but, you know, they say deja vu. All right, let's do, I'm gonna go back to some Gen X ones. Let's do, I don't know. This is boomers. So this is like our parents, right? Let's see. What Motown group cemented their legacy status with such a song as My Girl and Papa Was a Rolling Stone?
Jackson 5. No.
Girl.
I might lose my butt card because I don't know. It couldn't be Jackson 5.
The Temptations.
Temptations thing.
Look, I'm not answering either because I ain't trying to.
I'm going to lose my butt card from a lot of these.
Don't be talking like that. We got it strong over here. All right, let's do I don't know. What cult leader was ultimately responsible for his communal family committing 9 murders in 1969?
I have no clue.
Marilyn Manson.
No.
I know that. What is it? Now, the Monroe's the girl.
Right.
So Manson.
Manson.
Yeah. So that's got to be Manson. Oh, it's Marilyn. I said Marilyn. It's Charles Manson.
Charles Manson.
Charles Manson. Damn, that was the wrong person.
Damn, Charles. He messed you up.
All right, last
Your
one.
friend
This,
away.
this is another word. What exactly was a mirror warmer?
A mirror warmer.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
A mirror warmer. What? We need a warmer mirror.
This is a boomer reference. As someone who spent a lot of time looking in the mirror.
Okay.
And
Okay, I could see that being
Yeah.
like the basic of the basic terms to use then, because that's boomer terms, so I can see that.
And look, last but not least, what's a knuckle sandwich?
I ain't never had one.
You ain't never had a knuckle sandwich? You want a knuckle sandwich?
Oh, when you patch people on top of the head?
A punch in the mouth is what they say.
Oh,
Yeah. I remember that back in the
they're
day.
smashing people in the
Yeah,
head.
that was something else. That was they were doing something else. That bop game they was doing.
Ooh.
Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, Tommy's Taylor trivia. You know.
That was good. That was good.
Now another one. The next one is a little more in depth, but it is still fun in the way when we get there. We'll get there. But now you are not only a sight to see on social media. You run a whole nother page, Augusta Explained.
Augusta Explain. It's the word explain. It's
Yeah.
just in more of the
Right.
our vernacular than.
But I like it though.
traditional.
I like it because everything is like laid the fuck out.
Right.
It is so detailed. It is so, and it's not like a judgmental thing. It doesn't come off judgmental. It's like a factuated opinion.
Right.
It's,
Well, I got to use that.
it's
It's
a-
a factuated opinion.
That's what it feels like.
I'm going to use that.
I forget what. Like I don't even. Shout out to Maine More Than Masters. I don't really get into politics. You know, I love these conversations. I love these information, what you learn from these conversations, or even like you are, like how it is on that page. There's so much information given in so many different posts that you give that you may not know what rabbit hole you're going to go from, what information is going to come from, how it's going to be laid out, how detailed it's going to go. I didn't even know there's that much money getting tossed around Augusta and stuff like that.
Augusta has money, though. Little do the citizens who aren't really involved, just knowing, really just paying attention, Augusta has a lot of money. Like, it's a lot of wealth in Augusta. A lot.
Yeah,
lot.
I watched a video. I didn't save it. I don't believe. I don't think I did. But nonetheless, I watched one about how they're planning on redoing all of downtown, and they're gonna have like different walkways and different like what are they called? Overpasses. Where like where you're gonna have more coverage with like I don't know. It's supposed to be more greenery coming back.
Okay. Okay. I look forward to seeing it. I mean, they are changing up downtown, all the new
lot.
apartments that's being added and housing, and I'm knocking out older houses and rebuilding and cleaning up the streets and repaving the roads. So they are working to make downtown look gorgeous. So
They trying. I know they. I run down there with my son a lot, and
Okay.
don't get me wrong. I don't. I understand, so I'm not like pissed off about it. But godly, right now, I don't enjoy it because it doesn't. It looks. Every time I drive down there on that one half now, it just looks so old. Everything. I mean, you can see everything, and it does look different, and it takes your eye, and it like draws you in a little differently. But there ain't no like when I run now, it's like golly, I can't come in no more. It's gonna be too damn hot. You're gonna be beat down.
you definitely
And
gonna be beat down.
You don't have no coverage for what's about to come, and I think they already done tore up so much. I don't understand how. That's like I don't know if you watch some of the stuff, and I just heard about this today. But North Augusta, when you come across the bridge, they've done all the roads, and they about to change up right there at the Y when you come across the bridge of where you can go into like a part of the neighborhoods or whatnot, or come straight on up. So they about to do all this, and then Georgia's doing all that right across, and it causes a lot of congestion right there. But it still seems like it's gonna take forever for
to get
downtown
finished.
because there's downtown. Like that, it's clear that it comes with different complications with traffic. With they got that one section shut down right now. Golly, man.
Yeah, but hopefully they work fast and they don't mess up no more of the city money. So that the contractors get whatever they need to get to complete the jobs. Because I
Well,
think that be delays too, is
yeah.
them not being able to complete the jobs because funds have exhausted or
Mm-hmm.
whatever the reason may have been. The public doesn't know, but behind the scenes, it shouldn't really take as long as it takes. But it be like everybody says, other factors that play into a lot of stuff. So we know it's other factors, but as citizens, we live it. And I'm sure they do it too because they live in our districts and stuff like that. But we're all living it, and we don't want to be stuck in traffic for no long time, nowhere,
Yeah,
not in Augusta or North
convenience is
Augusta.
key. You know, convenience is key
Yes.
when you packed in and you kind of getting out of certain locations in the downtown or in the I would call them just the city area of North Augusta, the city area of that part of the bridge. But they are trying to do things to connect North Augusta. It seemed like there's supposed to be more Fifth Street. I don't know. To me, this is just my only like concern because I drive that way so much to get Dunkin' Donut. That's it. So but for you in doing all this research and all this information about Augusta, what has been the most like eye catching or like, oh my gosh, like I have to talk about this for you? Because to me, I still think traffic. To this day, Jermaine had an episode about traffic lights with one of the commission ladies or whatnot, and still one of my favorite things because I feel it. Like the to me, it's the parking, and to me, it's the communicate. I mean, commute. But I'm just curious for you how much you do. What's your favorite of like diving into and like you got to get on it?
Um, I don't really got no favorite. I think I'm more just intrigued with learning all the behind the scenes information and also knowing that a lot of people just don't know.
Yeah.
So because people don't know, me being able to break it down simply, where you kind of just like, oh, I need to know that, but I didn't know that type deal. But I don't think I have like a favorite part yet because it's all new, it's all fresh. Like
Yeah.
it's just different avenues. It's different. It's things. Most things I've talked about, I've experienced it myself already, so I know the process. So it was easier to do that because I've already lived it and experienced it. But the newer things that I'm talking about are extremely fresh. Like extremely fresh, and it's different, and it's a different conversation. It's different. It's not different language as far as like languages because we're talking in English, but it's different cultures that I'm being involved with that I wasn't expecting to be a part of this.
Yeah.
But they want to be included, so I'm gonna include them. But it's just hard to understand because I have my way of understanding, then they have their way of understanding. So trying to bridge it is like, okay, slow down. You got to digest this differently. You have to take a different approach. You have to learn more first. Like with me, from my culture, I understand I can do it. Like because I'm a part of it, I know I can do it.
Yeah.
So it's easy to spill it out and know how I'm not going to offend them, how I am going to offend them, stuff like that. But with other cultures, because I don't know a lot about their culture, I need to learn first. Like I need to deep dive into it a little bit more before I kind of spew certain stuff out. So,
Yeah.
but I don't have like a favorite yet. I think the more I do it, I probably develop a favorite part of it. But right now, I'm just intrigued with the experience.
So, all right. So then break it down for the process for me. Like, all right. So and I hear what you're saying because I see the information as like so explained that once you keep going down, it's like a rabbit hole in a summary. And then you get to it, you're like, okay, well, you either gonna go and really do research to try and prove you wrong, or you just kind of, okay, you know what, some of this stuff kind of makes sense. Dang, I didn't know all this. Now you're just talking about your opinion. You really can't. You got to persuade how you feel about it. And it's like it's a great. I'm not political. I don't have a stand in some of this stuff. The one I want to talk to you about is like obscene, how it's seen the way it is. But that's in a minute. But still, it's like how you explain stuff is so unique and wrote out, and I appreciate it because to me it gives me great joy seeing a post. And I don't know nothing about what's going on. I'm like a secluded, I don't know, ant in the woods. I don't know. I'm just out and about when I want to, you know.
That makes sense.
But it's just cool. It's cool. Nice to meet you. It's cool to talk to you about it. I do want to know about like how you pick. All right, well, we're going to talk about this. I think this needs to get talked about and what that process is of building that information for that particular subject. like I don't know if you want to use one you've done before, however example, but I want that you put in the work to behind these.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So normally it just depends. So like the very, very first one that I had ever did, which was on April the 3rd of this year, that one didn't really take no thought. I just kept seeing like different information on social media or different commentary on social media. So I screenshotted it, but you know how people get into it and they like go back and forth. So you go from page to page or whatever. So I end up screenshotting it, the initial post, and at first I wasn't gonna talk about it, but it was just like so much stuff that was going on all at once, and it was just funny. So we had the girl that inboxed the girl about the picture. Hugging her fiance in the club, but not introducing herself or speaking to her. So she sent her an inbox. So you had that one. Then you had the dude who, I think he left his kids at McDonald's and said he was going on a job interview.
Yep.
All right, and then like the city or the community nationwide raised like $60,000 for him because everybody felt so bad that he was on a job interview and he left his kids to go to the job interview. But then it came out that he didn't go to a job interview. So that was the second thing. And then the clubs. So
the shit with the rats was hilarious recently. Yo,
so
I don't know nothing about no rats in Augusta.
So then there was a fight at one of the clubs, and I don't really talk about fights because I hate people. I don't hate people that fight. I just hate that it's so common now of people fighting that it's not a surprise anymore. So it's not something really worth talking about to me. So, but with this one, it was like the owner's face of just disgust. He was just like, you know how somebody just fed up, they just tired. He just was tired. So somebody had screenshotted like a still shot of him in the video of the girls fighting, and his whole body language, his facial expression, everything said, "I'm just tired of y'all
doing this shit again."
So that was funny. And then him and the club owner and the club promoter, they don't like each other. So they was making like subliminal posts about each other, but they wasn't tagging each other, but everybody knew that they were talking to each other. So that was funny. So I figured I'd talk about that. But I wasn't trying to talk about it in a fun way, but in my head, the way that it was playing in my head was like a cartoon series.
So you laying out all the scenes and
right?
shit?
So I'm just thinking like play by play what's happening because it's all happening in real time and it's really going on simultaneously. It's like, dang, we ain't got no rest in like 48 hours. Y'all cutting up. So I started off with Augusta cutting up this week, and I think that's what brought people, because nobody really seen that ever. Like, you haven't seen somebody, you know that people are cutting up in the city, but you ain't never seen nobody headline something Augusta cutting up. And I think my first like maybe 3 sentences took people and I guess captivated their attention. But I wasn't expecting that because I write long posts all the time. But I always wanted people to read it because I hate the 160 characters. I feel like it don't tell the full story. So you be asking all these additional questions because you just wanted to highlight. Like you might say something far-fetched, but if you just told it in an interesting way, we would have read it or catch it or however it may be. Yeah. But I think a lot of times those one-hitters or the missing information of your post is like detrimental to you as the poster, or it makes me not want to read it or dig into it. I just feel like just put it all out there at once. Not get it, the engagement, all that other stuff, but just put it out there because I just want to know right in there. I don't want to assume the wrong stuff. Now you in there, but I get it. It's engagement, so cool. I just don't like it. Yeah. So I always wanted to like have like a interesting way to make people read from top to bottom at least 2 minutes. At least 2 minutes. And sometimes a little less, but at average, y'all, people are read because people be like, oh, these long old posts. Like at average, an average reader, 2 minutes. Like if y'all really, really looked at it, it's really not long. It's like 2 paragraphs. Paragraphs is like 10 sentences. I just space them out. Because if I wrote it all condensedly, you wouldn't read it all crunched up together.
Yeah.
You read it because it's spaced out, and each line is a catcher. That's why you read.
That is a good, yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. Like, I suck at reading still. Like, legit, I have all this stuff in my background, all my books up there. Those are the only books I've read in life. Like, it's an accomplishment to show them bitches off, right? It take like I got Charlemagne's newer book in everybody's bedstand right now. I started it 6 months ago, only done 4 pages. I'm like, I gotta wait for the right day, and I ain't found the right day.
You ain't found it. It's been 6 months. You ain't found the right day.
I will though. It's just about I gotta have that piece of clarity where I'm good, and I get in the zone to read, and I might read 10 pages, and that take me 35 minutes. You know,
Okay.
don't fuck with me, but I can do it. But it is. Maybe you know, however you're building it when you do your process, it really comes off for me as someone who I do get messages from comedians that are drawn out, and it's like, not to saying it's wrong, but sometimes what you talking about here? We'll get caught up in something different and you take it away, but how you lay out these stories in this format is quite intriguing. It draws me in all the time.
I appreciate it.
And let's talk about one, all right?
Okay.
Let's talk about it. Now I know we both know about it. This was about a drug bust in Aiken.
Let me see.
Of
Yeah.
the 23-year-old.
Yeah.
I want to make sure gummies, vape pens, resins, 500,000 drug bust rocks, Aiken County.
Yes. Big time dope boy.
Yo.
Big time dope boy.
Now you've done more research.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've already touched on this. I read the post. I've seen it. The thing about this that I immediately noticed when I saw this, even on social media when I didn't see it from you, even on the Aiken County, the narrative was just about drug bust.
That's it.
That's it. Now you telling me. I went to work immediately, and you know I am the black sheep of the white folks. Wherever I go, I don't mind it, but I go immediately. I go, yo, what the fuck, bro? This shit happened. You know, the little boy lost his life, and that scenario happened like a couple days before, and it is controversial in that scenario as well. But this is not controversial. The motherfucker had guns on the property.
He did have guns on the
all
property.
this shit. You supposed to treat him as goddamn threat the same goddamn way.
Same
You supposed
way.
to still bun rush that house, assuming there's somebody in the closet, and put that motherfucker on his face because you got the intel. This shit's in there. It does come off very different.
Very different.
It is
Very
so
different.
crazy. And when you talk about it too, and you explain these points and how you lay it out too, it's so clear. I want to know your opinion on how you explain those approaches, because I don't like talking about them because I can get, who am I? Then if I say it the wrong way, I can come off wrong in the
Right.
sense of, well, now you're just talking for people that you don't know the angle in, but you can't deny this.
Right.
Like,
right. You can't. Certain stuff is just straightforward, and I think what makes my writing great is I'm writing unbiased,
Yeah.
because I expect for if my culture had the same amount of drugs or whatever,
Yeah.
I expect for you to go to jail. Like, you need to go to jail. You need to, you know, all of that. I just don't want you to throw the worst of the worst picture out of that person out, because they're still human. And at the end of the day, we're being judged by the public in
Yep.
court as well. So, yeah, I know people go to court and be on jurors and be like, oh, I've never even heard this case before, or I've never even heard this, I ain't never seen it, when they actually have.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to do it, but it's just morally, right?
Well,
But-
I'm trying to chime in. I want to say this too. When it comes to morally, okay, let's say you orchestrated a calm, collected, to me, of a kingpin of Aiken. You calm and collectedly orchestrated a arrest. 70 pounds worth of marijuana, 5 pounds of resin, 2,500 THC infused gummies, 5,000 THC vape pens. Now, why can't you do it with a black man? Why can't you have the same orchestrated plan if you know they got, because there ain't a single word about guns.
It ain't a single word about guns.
You know that motherfucker got guns
You
in the
know
house.
he had guns, because I think what happens with us is maybe his guns was registered, right?
That don't matter.
It don't matter.
Because if you got a gun,
If you got a gun and
drugs,
you're convicted felon, it's
Same-
supposed to
it's-
be
yeah.
the same thing.
Wow.
So I get it. But I'm thinking their thought process is more so, is registered.
Yeah.
They are registered guns. The reason why we putting these because they're stolen guns or they're not registered to that person or however it may be. So that's for me thinking on both sides. They're thinking probably theirs is registered, theirs isn't registered. So we gonna make a lot of noise over there because they didn't do it the proper way.
Well, I think, in my opinion, it was an orchestrated investigation because
I do too. I do.
They had information that it was coming from California in a shipment, so it came to this person's house. But that means if it's orchestrated, in my opinion, you've been watching that house and you know that these people had DUIs, previous drug charges, so you know they're felons already. So if there was guns, somebody in there can't be a felon in order to get it, or they illegal guns. So to me, it's like you calling the kettle black here. If you rolling in like this, it can orchestrate it. There's too many times where you don't see that. You know, it's just I work with a lot of men, not many women where I work at. Literally, there's like 2, but the opinion's still there. It's like crazy that it's just about the drugs.
It's just about the drugs.
And it's like, whoa, all you see is a mafia kingpin. And at one point I say, it's like, you remember Scarface? What the fuck he do about them drugs? It ain't the fact that Scarface shot the fucking door up. It's the fact that they treated Scarface with regard because they knew he had guns in the house. It's a kingpin. It's the same scenario. This guy's building a reputation of drugs, shit, whatever. And I mean, shout
and
out
with
to
drugs
him.
come with crime.
Yeah.
It comes with doing something illegal. You're already doing something illegal, so you got to protect it. So that's doing more illegal things. So of course, everybody who has drugs has guns. Or
Not me.
well, not like that, but the
Well.
type of drugs they carry, they got guns.
We got guns in the house. I don't own nothing, so don't fuck with me. I got a baseball bat. I am still crazy white. I like to take my aggression out in swings, but that's why I don't have a gun. I knew early on. I did a lot of juvie years and a lot of dumb shit growing up, to where I just knew my aggression was just gonna get my ass whooped. Like I lost so many fights and shit, and it's like I like to go where I want to go. I don't care where it is or whose house it is. If I'm invited or if I'm a guest, I don't mind. If I want to go, I'm gonna go. You know, type thing. So I just never put myself in that position. I feel like you can still do a lot in life without that having that protection. I'm not ever gonna say a man doesn't need that, because that's to each his own opinion. But I do think you have to be responsible, and you have to be
I think if you don't
responsible.
put yourself in certain environments that you don't need it. I've never needed a gun.
No.
Like in the environment that I've ever been in, I've never needed a gun.
Well, I know ladies. I assume every lady, not just because you're white or black. I assume every woman, when they're out with their kid alone or they're in certain locations by themselves, y'all
They
have
have it.
insecurities.
Yeah,
You have certain
absolutely.
ways you feel
Absolutely.
like you might need protection, but I feel
Absolutely.
like it's still, those still overcome men. That we still have those same thoughts, and a lot of men can't. I don't think they can't, but they're unwilling to test those boundaries in a fight. Versus, I'm just gonna end it now. A lot of people feel threatened, and I am too old to do this shit anymore. And
Makes
but-
sense.
yeah, I don't know. I ain't with it, but it's just crazy though. I'm glad you're here to confirm and talk about it a little bit, because I see it. I guess I have a black feed in Augusta than I do, so I see a lot of opinions.
Right.
And you know, some of this stuff I just observe. I don't.
Makes sense.
I'd have to. I'm a sideline player. You know what I mean? I'm only in when you call, coach.
Okay. Long as you come in when the coach called.
Yeah. But I do look at that from an opinion where it's like I learn a lot of what's going on in Augusta through you and Jermaine. I really appreciate the information, because I've never been involved in growing maturely in a political sense, or like the involvement in my city or what's going on locally, or how things are being perceived differently, and like making this awareness so we can start. I mean, nothing just making and all this funding that goes around. At least we can do is be fair here, motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Or even know how, like, I think a lot of my writing to come from just people saying stuff and it just don't make sense. Like, we just saying stuff without doing any type of research or just a little bit. Like, you just saying your opinion, but you're not, or what you think should happen, instead of knowing exactly how things happen. So
Yeah.
you won't sound crazy saying stuff, but I think a lot of, I'm not gonna say misinformation, it's just be your personal opinion about how the city works. But if you could just go look and
Go
see
look,
how,
yeah.
you could just go look and really see how the city works. Like,
And shout out to ladies. Y'all can do that shit. Look, now I can go on Google. Listen here, Q. I can go on Google and ask my ass off to Google to try and get to a goddamn answer, right? and it'll take me, I kid you not, 10 questions. And I'll finally get where I need to get to, or like whatever complicated deal I'm dealing with. This is an exaggeration, but this is no lie. And give it to my old lady, and she'll reword that shit some type of way. I'm gonna find that shit in 5 minutes. And like be the second question, she just had to find the right website and go to the, I'm like, what the fuck? I think I think when they say women are more emotional and men are more physical or whatnot. When it comes to responsiveness, I think it's the other way around. I think ladies hold themselves more emotionally strong when it comes to emotional responses versus us men. We let loose pretty quick in opinions. It's more emotional based more than it's fact based. We don't take the time to go dive into certain information to gather to have a real valid opinion. Most guys don't. And I think it's interesting.
I'm glad you said that.
Well, I do it all the time.
I'm glad you said that.
That's why it's like a complicated thing. There are there's a couple guys I know that are quite large, right? Right, like Suge Knight type big, right? They probably break that couch type big, and they're my buddies. But I'd like to have serious conversations. But I think it's gonna be all jokes and games because they don't want to have that serious conversation about whether it be about maturing in a relationship or. Not toting around kids or not selling this or whatever, I know or who I know. It's still like some of these guys ain't gonna talk about it.
They don't want to have
they don't
the
wanna talk
uncomfortable conversation.
What is that? If I don't acknowledge it, it ain't.
It don't.
ain't
It's true.
Yeah.
It don't exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
That
one of those
mentality.
things. Yeah.
Yep. I can see that though. I would love to see more open dialogue between men, like, and not just the ones that you see. Like, it's a lot of versatility with women. Like, you get a bunch of different perspectives of the woman's perspective, period, because there's a lot of us out here that does it. But I would love to see a lot of men sit down and like have the uncomfortable conversations, like the growth in relationships, like whether it's growing in relationship, growing in fatherhood, growing in manhood, like the trend from child to adulthood. Like, I seen this dude on his story, and he had like he was downtown in Augusta, and the police had them pulled over, and he said, based on his story, he was like, Gino, tell your dogs to calm down or something like that. And he basically was just referencing to the police to tell them, like, back off of him. And I just wanted to, like, reach out to him and ask him if him and, like, a couple other black men would come on, like, my podcast and tell their experiences being, like, a black person. Like,
And
in
getting
the
pulled over and stuff
and
like
getting
that.
pulled over. Like, what's your experience? Like, how do you feel mentally when it happened? Like, when it first happened?
I mean, it depends though, cause like, I mean, like, all right, I'll open it up for him, and you can use it if you want to. I got pulled over. I was in an all-black bike club. I was the only white guy. High Rollers of Augusta. Shout out to High Rollers. I'm in the SUV side, not an MC. I had a truck. I would help out, pick up bikes, be a part of all the events. It's a charity event more than it was any type of association with anything bad or whatnot. But anyhow, I was earning my colors, my patches or whatnot. I think I just got them, but I was earning my stuff on my car. And I was in the middle of the convoy. We got pulled over on Martin Luther King, I think we were on. Mm-hmm. And it was me and the black guy. And they pulled us over. They knew that it was for that. And that was probably the worst interaction with the police I had, just because you have your own anxieties when you know you're in the wrong, right? Mm-hmm. I've been pulled over before and got lucky as a teenager and whatnot, and got away with stuff and done stupid shit and been involved with the cops. But when like you're willing to be straight and you're not trying to cause a problem, and that's what I was doing that night. I had weed. I was like, "You gonna take me to jail, whatever." Dude in the passenger seat ain't had nothing to do with this. I done told you it's all over a tag light. I got jumped like 4 different people to get to me, and that's color after color after color. You see it. They jump in the convoy just to pull us over. And, so I gave up the weed, willing to get searched. There was nothing else in the car. And they still put him in jail for something that was just, he had on him, they had to run his name. It was that's the worst feeling I ever had with getting pulled over, just because I knew him personally. Mm-hmm. You still feel these feelings similar ways, no matter if you deal with them regularly or not. You can be tough and rough all you want to, in my mind. It don't matter if I'm got nothing in the car and I get pulled over for a goddamn speeding ticket. I still get puckered up, nervous, like, goddamn, they gonna see something. I done forgot about something. I'm going to jail. I still have that feeling. But once you cleared and then you find out the person you with is about to go, that sucks even worse. Mm-hmm. And they ain't done nothing wrong,
Mm-hmm.
So some of them situations, I don't know if men want to open up and be honest, but they'll tell you the excitement part of it. I feel like I could tell you some stories with the police, but it ain't. I mean, it's all gonna be judged. I mean, I wouldn't know what I felt as a child, but that one right there as an adult, that one, yeah,
So,
yeah, it's stuck. And I still talk to him to this day.
Oh, for
and,
real?
and it was a child support thing, but the thing that was fucked up was he had already went back to this woman. He's already back in the household, been a part of the girl's life. They pretty much just, whatever, a moment in time happened or that needed to happen in court. Or
and they ain't
whatever.
finished the
And,
paperwork or
like,
whatever.
Yeah, they done made amends. He's like, all right, I realize I need to get this straight or whatnot. He ain't left nothing. But those technicalities took that motherfucker to jail, and it just impacted his whole. It's just wild to me. And I was like, God damn, man, they didn't even take me to jail for the weed. Like, what the fuck?
See?
Like,
See?
so I've seen. I'll admit the white privilege.
Yeah.
I think that it's
And it's white privilege in the city. Like, people, we're not talking about nationwide. It happens nationwide, but we're just literally talking locally. Augusta, Georgia, surrounding areas of
Yeah.
Augusta, Georgia. CSRA is white privilege. Like, it's a difference. Like, so
a clear example I'll say is I know for a fact that I've seen people in the morning being pulled over that have nurses outfits on. That I know, right? I'll see them get pulled over, like as I'm going to get coffee. This happened a couple times. I guess they're rushing to work or wherever they're at, right? And I'll go to Dunkin'. By the time I come out, that motherfucker be letting them go. I don't believe you got no goddamn ticket. You got warnings. I done witnessed that a couple times. And that's not it's like a generalization of privilege. Not to saying that's true or factual, it's allegedly, because I don't know what the fuck happened in that getting pulled over. But I know that's not, it ain't but like 5 minutes and I'm back on the road. I ain't never had been pulled over no 5 minutes. And it's
never.
like-
Ain't got no citation.
Nah,
never.
hell no.
Never.
So it's interesting. I love it. I'm so grateful that you came on to talk with me. And shout out to you too for the Exhale podcast. You be on that too. Now I want to get your opinion in reference to podcasting. I have some questions I have for all the ladies.
Okay.
If you will indulge me. 1 second. Now these are some I don't necessarily have to respond. All right, I might if I want to, in the sense of just based on what you answer. But some of these are just relationship based, opinionated. You can answer them however you like.
Okay.
All right. What are some red flags for you?
What's a red flag? What's a red flag? I don't know. I don't really have a specific red flag.
All right. All right. We'll move on. All right. Now this is an or. All right.
Oh,
Tacos or Mexican.
Mexican.
Mexican. Okay. All right. All right. What does it mean to have the cake and eat it too?
It means that you want the best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. Now, aren't we allowed to do that? And aren't that what we're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, we're supposed to be doing it.
What are some healthy improvements men can make?
Learn themselves.
Learn themselves. I like that one. That's really interesting you say that. That's good. That's good feedback. That's a really honest, honeful answer. Because I think that if you ain't doing it for the next friend you know or the next person trying to pay you or whatever scenarios and opportunity, you're doing it for yourself.
You're doing it for yourself.
You're really learning what you want. All right, this is a personal one.
Okay.
All right, does a man's tone really affect a woman's emotional response?
Yeah, because I stopped talking to a dude recently simply because he escalated his voice in a conversation.
Now, I think that is different. That's different than what I'm asking for.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, like I think I'm a loud individual. Not
Oh,
in
no,
terms-
not like...
I'm saying like I can be it's clear I could be irritated about something and still my tone will be loud, but I'm not directing it.
You're passionate.
Yeah, my tone can be intense to where if I do say something in the wrong words and I don't check myself, I can see I have to apologize. I didn't mean that towards you. This ain't got, I have to acknowledge
But
that ain't about you.
I think you should learn your person.
That's a I know
I think
Yeah.
once you know your person, because learning your person is this is their behavior,
Yeah.
right? Just like with our kids, we say, oh, well, she don't like that, or that's the behavior.
Yeah.
So your partner too, we just have certain behaviors that you learn that you just know is of your partner. So
Yeah.
I feel like learning your partner, even if he raises voice, I know that he's a very passionate person because I am too. We know that's not an argument.
Yeah.
It's not a heated conversation. This is us passionately talking about whatever we're talking about. It's not an argument where we know when we're arguing.
And I definitely agree. If you're doing it in a tone raising of like aggression in an actual, that's a different story. I agree. That's a little, that can definitely engage. I got to ask that question clearer then, I think, for the ladies, so it comes off what I'm trying to say. Because I do think a lot of men, I'm not going to say every story I hear about tones from dudes, but I do think we acknowledge it among men. I guess with the guys I've talked to about tones, it's like, yeah, I can get worked up about her wanting to say this, but yet because I just can't bring it down at the moment. But I ain't meaning nothing, and she knows this, but we still like this ain't this way. I don't know. I just feel like the tone is something that gets men in trouble, and they don't. You got to recognize and be honest about when it's for them. I feel like.
Yep.
All right. What do you think men lack in acknowledging in relationships?
Their emotions.
Okay. What's the top thing you wish men understood about you?
The top thing. The top thing that I wish men would understand about me is that we're not as emotional as they think.
Okay. And any advice you want to give to men?
Just be yourself.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just
Learn
be
yourself.
Just be yourself. Like I run into a lot of men that you put on and portray to be something that you're not, only to impress somebody. But if you start out authentically yourself, that probably get you farther. But it also probably eliminates certain things like a bad interaction when things don't go the way you anticipated or she anticipated, because you were straightforward and honest about your intentions from the get-go. So just being yourself, like whatever your intentions is, even if it does not, just have some type of integrity. Even if it doesn't get you your way, be you. Because some people aren't ready to be in a relationship. So don't put on like you're ready to be in a relationship just so you can fuck that girl.
Yo,
like
you saying that, look,
like,
I was ready to be in a relationship and she kept wanting to fuck me. And I'm glad I realized later down the road that this bitch was fucking with me the whole time versus wanting some real, because one minute she wanted to be in a relationship, next she's like, I done told you we ain't in a relationship. Bitch, you over here every goddamn week. What we doing? Like, this ain't no,
but she was honest.
Kids.
She said she didn't want no relationship.
We was a year and a half playing around. Fuck that. But I realized.
But you allowed that play around for a year and a half. But she told you it's kind of like, so she did the flip of what men do.
She fucked.
Pretty much. That's what she did.
House, was it room and board?
Room and board.
Room and board.
That might be what she needed.
That's all right. She ain't cost me no extra money like that, so it's worth it.
It was worth it.
Cheap coochie.
It was cheap coochie.
Yeah, if it's just room and board, you're already gonna pay for that anyways.
Right. Anyway, you're right.
You understand?
You're right. You ain't lose nothing.
I tried that for a little bit.
Yeah, he ain't lose nothing. He ain't lose.
This one right here, this coochie cost me $250,000. So I got to keep this coochie.
You got to keep this one.
No, I got to keep this one.
Yeah, that was a huge investment.
Yeah,
say ladies, they say if he invest in you, he gonna keep you. So there you go.
I think,
and that's a big investment.
You're right, and I think that if you commit to someone, whether you see it long term yet or not, if you see the commitment, you got to be willing to invest. Whether that's emotionally, and like my wife, fiance, I call her wife already, but she puts up with me through all this shit, through the comedy, and a lot of this gives me stability through my ADHD and how I manage as a parent, how I work with my schedule, but. She still sees, the goals. She's with the program. When I'm at home and I'm working with hers, working on the house, doing what she wants. We have a goal.
Y'all have a balance and y'all have a goal. Like you said, y'all have a vision, but it's again, she knows her person, if that makes sense. So knowing your person allows you say it's dealing with your bullshit or dealing with your shit.
Yeah.
Even though it may be a lot, but when you know your person, you're not dealing with that bullshit. You're dealing with your person. Like, that's what you accept. That's what you're going to tolerate. It's not too much for her. So that's why. Like, it's not, you think it's too much, but it's not. It's not too much for her, because if it was too much, she wouldn't do it.
Well, see, there's a good thing to me, there's a bad thing. The good thing that I feel like came from all this was TikTok. TikTok had a bunch of reels about ADHD relationships and a bunch of... eventually, I'm going to follow through with the idea of sitting down with a therapist.
Okay.
and not like for me. Well, I mean, I already done that route, but I want to have a conversation about ADD on the podcast.
Okay.
Because there was a lot of TikToks that gave me a lot of questions with, um, like one of those things where like, I guess gay people feel like coming out the closet. Like, oh, you feel this way too. Like, yeah, you suck it on the, you tingle the balls. Like, what do you do? Like, you know, but that's how I felt with like how things were being pointed out by ADHD. And she would send me shit like, you do this, and I'd be like, yeah, look, I do this too. I didn't know I'd done this. Like, for me, I have to do a weekly organization in this motherfucker. Like, I can get in here and start working, and like every morning I'm in here editing and shit. So I might be chilling on that, watching TV, thinking, or up there with the computer. I might just be all over the place. Just so it can be scatterbrained. I have to take a full day and clean. I have to prioritize that, or I'll 2 weeks in this motherfucker look like a damn storage unit. So I have to deep dive and keep stuff clean, and you know, do taking out the trash is a chore. It's not a chore or a task. It is an unforeseen inconvenience. In reality, it's how it's like, okay, I know I'm supposed to do this. I have to like really work even at 34 to keep a habit of taking the trash out on time. Now, let's say the trash ain't full every time on time when I go to check it. Well, that fucks my whole system up, right? It's like a child, for real. And this is how it works. Because I'll be like, okay, I don't need it right now. And then I'll get so distracted in being productive somewhere else that it takes it all away. Then I done went 3-4 days, and now we in a situation talking about how I ain't took out the trash. But then we talk, and you got to remind me about these things. And then I get this communication, and I won't forget. I'll be like, oh yeah. So like a week goes by, me getting in groove, and the next 2 days be easy. Mm-hmm. But if it don't, I can be distracted so quick.
You can be distracted.
So it's hard to do.
Sense.
Yeah,
that like, makes sense.
It's hard for me to. And the other part is too of like, I don't know if this is like every dude. I acknowledge most dudes are dirty. I'm not filthy, but I don't recognize. She calls me a surface hoarder. That's what my wife calls me. But I'm still like, once I see it's gotten to a point, it's like, okay, I need to take the day to clean up. And I'll like clean up a good bit versus I need to sweep every day. I need to mop once a week, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
Mama
makes
go in. Mama had this house smelling
She be
good.
having to smell good.
Yeah, I mean,
that's her thing, though. That's her thing.
Oh, so
that's
it's
her
so
thing.
peaceful, though.
That's her thing.
I try to pitch in, but I still have the habits. You know?
Right.
It's
that's not your strong suit. That's her strong suit.
But you know, you gotta.
But you gotta help. You gotta acknowledge it. And you gotta help. You definitely gotta help.
A lot of these conversations I've seen over the years about the men and women relationship, it's like, what the fuck are we talking about percentages? Like I got a baby mama with no child support. I got the situation with custody. I got a great family. Like you can do this.
You can do it without all that drama. Like it can really be done. Like life can be so peaceful. Yeah. It really can with grown and mature people. It can really be so peaceful. And with the conversation, not a conversation of judgment of how you think things are supposed to go, but more so accepting things of how they're going and try to approve. Like everybody needs help. Everybody needs to help each other. Whatever way need to be helped, everybody needs to help each other so that it's a balance. So
let me, on your podcast, has there been any memorable guests thus far that you've enjoyed and you've like taken back with some cherish?
Memorable guests.
Nope, not yet.
Nope.
All right.
Yeah, no. I don't have no memorable guests. Like, I remember all my guests, but I don't, like, not one that that stands out. Because I think all of my guests were, like, fresh to podcasting as well. And I'm fresh to it, so I don't feel like it was, like, the best. Because I probably could have pulled out a little bit more. Or it could have been more to the podcast or segment than it was.
Well, the one you did with Maine was straight up.
The one with Maine was good, but Maine is in podcasting. So, like... I can't say, like, his is memorable, but he in podcasting, so of course it was going to be memorable because
the one thing I'll say, though, he didn't narrate it.
He didn't narrate it, but he was a filler.
But he done his job.
Right.
That's the one thing that I take from him of, like, how do I get the guests to engage more with me? Like, where do I need to take the conversation? Right. I can get like, I'm recognized that I'm only doing. I try to keep up. This month I'm pushing out Like I dropped 2 this week. I'm gonna drop another one probably tonight or tomorrow. Yours will be dropped by the end of next week. So I'm like, so many ladies, I'm gonna bump these out for Ladies Month. Y'all give me this opportunity to sit down and talk with you. I'm gonna try and push them out as fast as I freaking can and have them all to quality and do my due diligence. But the hard part is I could be opinionated on certain things, so I'm trying to keep this format, and it's worked so far, and hopefully it continues of how I've been doing my episodes. And I think figuring that out is important, but that flow is important too.
Right.
And I think this icebreaker thing I'm doing opens up the guests, and the dudes in a group are the hardest ones to paint.
You said men?
Yeah, so I had not so sometimes I don't give a fuck. There's no actual we're not trying to focus on just what we're trying to talk about. We're just here to bullshit and hang out.
Okay.
And those I still we have generalization of what we just don't have a format at all. It's just, with the comedians, it's pretty much what we're going to talk about today. It's a free format for real for all the comedians to kind of and if they don't have anything to talk about, then I'll build something real quick. But it's a lot easier with them guys that I'm bullshitting jokes with every day and everything. So each episode in itself, though, gets its own uniqueness. I enjoy this difference of building my own format, though. It keeps me structured, and I think it keeps my flow better.
That's good, though.
But,
that's good. I like it, though. I like the flow. I like the structure of it. I told you I'm more of an organized person when it comes down to delivery. So I like it. I like the format. I think, like you said, it probably works for all the women.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the men, they don't really want to be cheese. They do want to just free flow. Like, let's just go with the flow type thing.
Now, do you ever go to Hobby Lobby?
Yes. Hobby Lobby is my favorite store.
Okay. Do you want to... Pause. Let's go back. Come on, sir. Get it right. Now, this is apparently a scam. And we this breaking news. Breaking news on the Palette Podcast.
Did you just see? Yeah. Mm-hmm. $19.99. $21.99. And they're both the same thing.
Now, this is a 4-minute video.
This one's $6.99.
Now, this I have not shown on I probably saved this shit like 3 months ago. I'm going to test the new Hobby Lobbies in North Augusta. And if this shit is happening, I'm going to record it just like this guy right here. I don't know where the fuck he is. He looks like he's somewhere with a lot of fucking trees around him, and this is like a drive into town. So, I don't know. He's definitely watching baseball. I see his glasses. But they are onto something. Now, he goes throughout this whole fucking store.
Oh, he goes throughout the whole store.
Oh, yeah. It's fun. Now, we ain't got to watch it. I'm going to skip up in a minute. But this is, I'm just talking for the cameras aspects for them. It's going to be inserted.
Wow. Okay. 15.
So it's just everyone, so many items are overpriced and like hidden. One of those items that's the same item is going to be a different price.
Oh, it's Sunday. I was about to say I'm gonna go tomorrow, but
Look, they onto it. This is rugs.
Yes.
Say,
Mm-hmm.
the fucking markup is crazy to me on some of them.
You need to work here and get these prices right now.
Sometimes you can.
I'm gonna go Monday. And see, just cause.
Okay.
Where's the real price?
He's my
Okay, that one says $11.99. $12.99. $13.99.
Hold on. So then he starts just going in the rabbit hole at Hobby Lobby. And he's looking at everything. He's picking up everything. He's back at the assortments.
And you said this was like 6 months ago.
I don't know actually when it was recorded. So like I'll go as far as confirming if this is gonna happen. I'm gonna go confirm if this is happening in person versus trying to find a goddamn spend 45 minutes trying to find the story about it, because this is just somebody's social.
That makes sense.
But
I am curious now that I see it, and I go to Hobby Lobby probably every other day. But you rarely are buying. You know what I'm saying? That's why they doing it, because you're rarely buying 5 placemats or 5 rub mats. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna buy one.
Yeah.
You're not gonna pay attention to all.
I like that. Let me get it. That's
Yep,
exactly
that's
what you
it.
do.
That's
And
it.
You wait till it comes to the cart or to you, and you look at it, and you're like, "Oh, I'll pay that." Mm-hmm. You don't
Yep.
know. I
Yep.
never.
Yep,
look
I've
at it.
never.
If I like something, I go to that thing. I pick that size, whatever it is, and I pull it off. Then I look at the tag.
Yep.
I wonder if there are
Oh,
other
shit.
stores that do it. It was interesting though, cause like I know, where is it at?
It's probably the stores that's like Hobby Lobby that you would probably pay more attention to. See, Hobby Lobby types in all their prices. They don't have like a barcode inventory. They're typing in all their prices. So I guess because they're typing in all their prices,
Yeah.
they don't have an inventory based system for this not to happen.
Yeah, they just doing what's on the tag.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can get
Yep.
away with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's now. I've been gone. I will risk it. Fuck it. I've been talking about it. So the diapers, all right. Kimberly Clark. I used to work at Kimberly Clark.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought two big cases of size 5s. Each case cost $45 a piece. That's almost $100 in diapers, right? And it's 4 packs of diapers. 2 packs come in a box. How much do you think one of those packs? It's a pack of 48 diapers, I believe. Yeah, 48 diapers. How much do you think that pack of 48 costs to make? I know because I work there.
Cost to make.
To make. Now I'm gonna give you let me give you some context because you're a smart lady. In 1 minute, you could make over 1,000 diapers.
Oh, in 1 minute.
In less than a minute, you can make 1,000 diapers on one machine.
Oh.
So how much do you think that 48 diapers?
Probably like $3 and some change.
Under that, probably.
Under $3?
Probably. On like a consistent.
Because it's $45 a box.
In store, yeah. In store. Now you probably don't see that direct. They probably make like Walmart probably where we bought it from makes a margin rate off of their wins. Because we're probably like selling it from the actual factory at probably like $25, $30 a case. Mm-hmm. That's $27 profit margin. One machine out there could pay the entire plant salary for the day. And the rest of it was profit generated. And they're a nonprofit organization.
Really?
Hey, I believe so.
Really? Learn something new every day.
I believe I'm allowed to say all that because none of that gives away propriety of
information.
because I'm not describing how they do it.
Right,
I'm
you're
just
not describing how they do it. You're just saying
Yes.
that
So it's
if they were selling it to an investor, they would say that, and that would be public.
because that's an opinionated fact that they can make 48 diaper pack in less than a minute, and it does cost around less than $3, I believe, and that's it's wild to me that how much we're willing to pay now. What's the cheapest gas price you remember?
When I was growing up, like $1.05
$1.05
or $1.25, something like that.
That's what I was about to say. $1.25. I never
Yeah,
seen it
but-
close to $1.
Yeah, probably like $1.25.
Yeah.
But of course, I wouldn't drive it in. But that's like gas used to be cheap.
Yeah,
real cheap.
Now we thinking we California almost. It feels like.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much, but the gas prices was decent today. It was $2.62, so that wasn't too bad.
And shout out to you and your kids for graduating. You had to graduate this year.
She hasn't graduated yet, but she graduates on the 29th.
Oh, she does graduate coming though. That's
Yeah.
what that post. So she is
Yeah,
graduating.
yeah.
So she didn't graduate with the class that Ashley was all about. Okay.
No, my son graduated last year. So
Last year. So
You talking about Ashley? No, Ashley graduated from Augusta University. She graduated from a college. My
Right.
daughter is graduating from high school.
I was making sure I was confirming she's still graduating this year though. So shout out to her for about to graduate.
Yep.
For so many people been graduating on the feed. I'm just trying to make sure. But shout out. How does that feel? Getting through another child,
Yes.
another successful
Yes.
school education. How's that feel?
Yes, it feels amazing and amazing. I have 3 kids that are graduates of high school, and it feels great.
Hey, shout
It's
out,
great.
man.
Yes,
Hey.
I did that. I did that. Yes, I did.
Looking back, as a parent, I try to give me not woman based if you can, but what challenge was most hard for you as a parent to deal with during with their personalities?
Managing 3 different personalities.
Just managing the 3 different personalities. Yes, that's what my son's 2. My oldest is 12. Big difference, and she's about to be middle school running, and I'm just like, oh my God, I can't wait that I'm dealing with 2.
Just managing 3 different personalities. That's really the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
Everybody is their own individual person, and you need to treat them as their own individual persons instead of trying to collectively raise your kids.
Yeah.
They are individuals. So this one might not like what this one likes, and this one might not like what this one likes, and they're all. But the reason why is because they're all individuals. But I grew up collectively, so everybody need to like everything.
Yeah.
So
Well, shout out to you two who have Mother's Day. We doing this on Mother's
I
Day
appreciate
weekend.
it. Thank you.
I
I don't celebrate holidays, but I appreciate.
I don't either, but I still think some of them are important. I think that recognizing you are, whether it be your surroundings, your friends, whether it be just your homeboys telling you Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day, your friend groups.
Absolutely.
It's still good to have that acknowledgement and know that you're doing your best, whether you feel like you is or you're not. You know.
Yeah, tell me on the day that ain't dedicated to everybody, then I feel more special.
See, this is my thing. I am my own religion. I believe how I feel, but I don't believe in holidays.
I don't celebrate holidays.
It's like, what are we? You supposed to show me this care, and if you don't, I think relationships need that.
Yeah.
Fuck the holidays.
Fuck the holidays.
You need to be doing that shit with your partner, working throughout the year to see what y'all can go do on the holiday.
Yes. What can y'all do on this holiday? Like,
I want to have Christmas in the fucking snow.
So, I'm telling you, or summertime, or wherever it is.
Something.
Like, I want to do it just because I want to do it, not necessarily because it has to be done or because the nation is celebrating it. But I mean, I feel like I'm a mother 365 days a year, pretty much all their life. So you can pick one of those 365 days and celebrate me if you want to celebrate me specifically for being a mother.
All right. One thing. All right. Let's see here. If you could do one thing, as crazy as you've ever thought, like, I'll give you my example, and this is no bullshit. The one thing that I would want to do if I could do it is I would want to snowboard or ski, if I was able to, down a mountain in a Grinch costume, because I've never been in snow, on Christmas Eve and into a town like a crazy fucking man. That's what I'd want to do. But like, what is something that if you could do anything?
If I could do
no
anything,
kids, no responsibility, what you want to do?
Oh, so if I have no kids and no responsibilities, I would be in a bike club. But you know how them people like jump through fire and stuff like that, and like their hands or bikes and stuff, and they light the fire around it, and they do tricks on
twirls and everything.
Or flips and stuff. That's what I would want to do. I would want to, but on an
Acrobatics.
actual. But not on like a bicycle, on a motorcycle. Like I would want to try it on. Like I would want to become proficient in doing those
you
type
want to
of
do
tricks.
an act on a motorcycle? Oh, that's wild! Some Evil Knievel shit. You gonna show the crowd? You gonna get in that little tunnel thing with the fucking
yes, but on a motorcycle. But I understand why they do it on a bike, lightweight. I understand why they do it, but yeah, I would just want to try it on a motorcycle, like not just the traditional. Like I want somebody to make a motorcycle that's kind of lightweight, not super heavy, so that I could do it, especially just for that.
That's what I got. See, I went and joined the bike club. My buddy was in it. I met him through the bike club. Shout out to dude. No longer, neither one of us are in it anymore. But I joined it because I eventually wanted to get a light bike to do the things I could do on a bicycle. I didn't want to go fucking fast.
Right.
I wanted to do like the no stop wheelie and then do the little fishtail spin and sit it down and park it like I was Jason Statham and shit.
I just wanted to take pictures on the bike. At one point in time, I just wanted to like dress up and put the biker, like the biker.
You can still do that. You should still do that.
I can still do it, but it takes the fun out of it because I don't know how to ride the bike. I need to know how to.
But you can drive a car. You should go do them car shows and do a car show photo shoot. They be doing them cars.
No, I don't want to do no car show photo shoot. I want to do a bike photo shoot.
All you gotta do is act like you riding it.
Yeah, I want to know how to ride it because I want a cool photo of how people who actually ride the bikes. They be like, yes,
be leaning with that motherfucker.
Yeah, I want that type of photo, and I can't get that type of photo if I'm not. if I don't know how to ride the bike. So I want that type of photo.
They had it. When I joined with the bike club, they was going to the MCs were kind of transitioning from street bikes to the big wide glides, the big with the handlebars and the big front wheels. Man, there's this one dude pulled up with one he just got, and he's like, "Yeah, man, go ahead, get on it, Domino. Go ahead, hop on that thing, see how it feels." And I ain't been $150 now. I bet you I wasn't. I had to be at least $130 then, maybe $140. But anyhow, I couldn't do it. I tried to get it off the kickstand, and it wasn't bad. But then once I felt like, I never got to experience that size of a bike. So that weight offsetting it. Once you go leaning, it can throw. All that weight comes with it. Like, I ain't got the power for this, but you better put that kickstand better. Help me. Help me. You just bought this bitch. This is $70,000. You kiss my ass. I don't know how much it costs, but I felt like that.
Right.
You're not about to let me drop this bitch. And then like a couple months later, he wrecked it.
He wrecked the bike.
Hey, man, that's a story for another day. We ain't going to tell bike business. But it was cool, though, to experience that side of life. I got to meet some amazing people through that world. I got to be a part of helping a lot of different people in Augusta and the Evans areas, veterans, and putting on fish fries and cookouts and all sorts of stuff we did. It definitely was an experience being up here. To me, they were a family I didn't have in Augusta. Okay. I got the love from the club that I'm not from here. My family's out of town, and I'm just trying to build something for myself and my family, and they saw that. Okay. And they gave me that love, and it was a great part of my life.
That's good. Shout out to them.
Yeah, the only thing I hate is I'm still nervous one day they're going to come take my vest. I still got it. And
you think they're going to come take it?
They have every right to. Ain't nobody approached me to take it. It was clear my exit. I know I'm not allowed to put it in the podcast because I don't have approved and I'm not in the club. It's not associated with the club. I'm no longer a member, but I do like that. I would love to have that a part of my life because this is what this is. This is my brain. This is all just me. It's just me on the wall. Is all it is. Okay. But yeah, I enjoy it. That's a great life, fun life. You can do it. You can hit up Icons, talk to Icons Club members, and you can get on some bikes if you want to. I'm sure that I can direct you in a couple guys that are respectable dudes that'll probably let you ride and learn how to ride.
Let me ride. I probably need to be trained first of how to ride.
You can always take a class.
Yeah, I think I need to take a class. And then master class, because that's on my bucket list, to take a photo like leaning on the bike. That's like, but not the traditional side. I know it's gonna take some time, and now that my kids is all grown, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be reckless, but a little bit more free.
You want to enjoy life.
Yeah.
But look, I want to end this episode with you with one more game, if that's okay.
That's fine.
This is a new game. This is challenging my GED.
No, not
Yes, it does. I enjoy. I think that the reason I've kind of introduced these games, I kind of thought about it. I really am a comedian at heart. I'm an amateur comedian. I'm not trying to prove that I'm the best, the baddest in Augusta or nothing. I'm not with the drama. I just try to work on my craft. But I do think that dumb folks can have fun too, and dumb folks know shit too, right? Let's start off with an easy one, I guess. All right, so there is a category. The category is in the kitchen, all right? A refrigerator brand name. I'll count to 1, 2, 3. We both say a brand name. The objective is to say the same thing, right? All right? So we're going to do it again. A refrigerator brand. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Samsungs. Okay, Samsung. All right. And the next one, a type of stove.
Ready? Type of stove. Okay.
All right, ready? All right, 1, 2, 3. Whirlpool.
No, Whirlpool is a stove? I thought it's a washer.
Oh, shit.
I was going to say Electrolux, but I mean...
Samsung.
It sounds like we don't even know if they carry these appliances. I know Electrolux do have stoves, though. They definitely have stoves. But Whirlpool is
all right, we'll get there. Okay. I think we'll get back to it. All right. A chain store that sells kitchen utensils.
A chain store, Dollar General?
Oh, I was gonna go Dollar Tree. Hey, I was gonna go Dollar Tree. We was close on that one. All right, we're gonna go back, and I bet you we get on this one. A dishwasher brand. 1, 2, 3. Whirlpool.
Whirlpool.
Hey, it worked. I didn't.
Whirlpool.
All right. You pick one this time. You guess. I think I want. Yeah. Let's see. I don't want to do it. The top is the category.
No.
And this game, guys, is called Think to Sink. I know the other game we played at the beginning is called Mind the Gap. I forget where I got Think to Sink at. To be honest, I think it was Ross or something. I don't know. It's one of the off-brand stores. I forget where, but Mind the Gap was at Walmart.
All right. Things to eat with a spoon.
Okay. All right.
All right. So for dessert.
1, 2,
3.
cake.
It's ice cream.
I see. There's gonna be. All right.
All right.
I should've
A snack.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Pudding. Yep. That was
For lunch.
for lunch.
1, 2, 3. Soup.
See, that was a hard one too. I was gonna say for dinner that'd be soup.
Soup. For breakfast.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Grits.
Grits. Yep. That was the easy
Yeah,
one.
this was good.
Yeah.
That one was easy. No, not that one. I don't know what a tust is.
Oh boy, a tester.
Tust.
A tust.
I don't know what it is.
A test is what I know. I was bad at them.
Oh, that's too fast.
Hey, and shout out to Certified CEO Clothing. They're dropping some new colors too. They had purple, they got green. It's a new format. Always a pleasure to be supporting the guy. There are seasonal stuff coming up. It's summertime. There's going to be more drops. He's got the gingerbread cross bag. Go grab that. Certified CEO Clothing. He's got the travel bags and the book bags still available. The green, the gingerbread, the peanut butter bliss, and black as always. Y'all go check them out. CertifiedCEOClothing.com.
All right, next one's fast food. So a fast food dessert.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
McFlurry.
I was gonna say apple pie.
Okay. All right. We're still at McDonald's.
Right.
We're still at McDonald's.
Something you put on a hamburger. Hold on, fast food. Oh, something you put on a hamburger.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Ketchup.
Hey, where's there?
Fast food. A vegetable you put on a submarine sandwich. A vegetable.
A submarine sandwich.
A sub.
Oh, a sub. Okay. All right.
1, 2, 3.
Banana pepper.
Lettuce. I was gonna say lettuce.
Oh, that's still.
It said vegetables.
Yeah.
Is lettuce a vegetable?
Yeah. I was just.
Banana pepper a vegetable too, though.
Yeah.
Peppers. That's a vegetable.
Peppers. Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
All right. So a fast food beverage.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Dr. Pepper.
Tea.
Oh, you gonna do tea?
And I don't
sweet
even drink tea, but everybody be having tea.
Everybody love that sweet tea in the South.
Yeah, I don't drink tea though, but I know that'd be like the.
Well, let's do one more and close this out, man. I like this. I like this game. I'm gonna have to introduce this one.
Yeah, this is a good game.
Yeah, this is a good icebreaker. Or a closeouter. It might be the closeout game.
Let's do sports gear.
Okay. All right.
So sports gear, a sport where you where cleats are worn.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Football.
Yeah.
All right. A company that makes athletic shoes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Nike.
Under Armour.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know which way to go with that. Yeah.
A form of protection besides a helmet.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. A form of protection besides a helmet. 1, 2, 3. Shoulder
Nut
pads.
guard.
Oh, I was gonna say it too.
I was a dude. I think the second one is gonna be nuts.
Look, it's gonna be nuts.
Shoulders instead of helmet or nuts. It's one of the two.
A sporting goods store chain. 1, 2, 3.
Dicks.
Dicks.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's it. Hey, thank you, man. Hey,
You're
thank you
welcome.
so much. I appreciate you. Hey,
That was a good game.
I enjoyed this conversation with you, ma'am. Thank you so much for
I
your
appreciate
engagement.
it.
Is there anything you want to touch base on? Let them know where to follow you at, where to find you
yeah,
at.
just follow me behind on my new page at Augusta News Network. I think it's colon and then AUG Explain.
Yeah, y'all go check it out for real.
Y'all check me out. I'm SHAQUNTA Calles. Everybody calls me Q. Don't call me SHAQUNTA. Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I really appreciate you.
No
I'm going to give you a hug when we get
I
up.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all again. Till next time. Peace.